Leslie Harris, the Executive Director at Dakin Humane Society. This is Taterbug. Taterbug's a Dakin dog. The Dakin Humane Society is the Pioneer Valley's only full-service humane society. We provide shelter to animals in need. We also provide low-cost vaccines and spay-neuter surgery to families who want that for their animals. And we provide a variety of other safety net services that keep animals from becoming homeless in the first place. At Dakin, we began planning for Valley Gives as soon as we heard about it. And so we spent about a month and a half in advance of Valley Gives Day putting together our whole project. Now, we rolled it out largely around the scheme of 12 days of Dakin. So if the event was held on the 12th, we actually really pushed it beginning on the 1st of December, so that we had this whole video segment that went, on the first day of Dakin and all through 12 days. So we built a lot of momentum, particularly with what we call the Dakin Nation, which is our Facebook supporters. At Dakin, we don't like to reinvent the wheel. We like to think about what it is that we're doing that's already successful and how do you build on that. We had already a terrific Facebook following, so we really decided that the best thing to do was really going to reach out over social media and really hook people in. Now, we're lucky because we've got big brown eyes, right? And cold noses and warm hearts and all those other things that make working at a humane society a really special thing. So we decided we would capitalize on that. But we also had the hook, which was the 12 days of Dakin video. So it was the first day of Dakin and the second day of Dakin, and that would just go on day after day for the first 12 days. So we not only had that planned video hook, but we also had just sort of the awesomeness that is, being able to tell the stories that come to us every day and the happy endings that come with those stories. And so what we did at Dakin was made that day, December 12th, a special day here at our adoption centers, and we had a special computer set aside for people who wanted to come in and make a gift specifically for Valley Gives. And in fact, we got one $500 donation from somebody who'd never given a gift to us before, and they made it on Valley Gives Day at that special computer. We did use some print media to promote Valley Gives Day. We had the printing of these little babies donated. Sorry, Tater. We had the printing of these donated. These are calendars, so they were coming out at the beginning of the year, right? So there's a calendar inside. There were pet holidays in 2013, so if you wanted to know what World Rat Day or Adopt a Cat Month was, we got it right here. It also talked about the importance of Valley Gives, and the printing of these was donated, and we distributed them around the Pioneer Valley, in particular in places where our supporters go, veterinary hospitals, feed stores, those types of things. But we use e-newsletters and e-blasts fairly sparingly here at Dakin because we want to make sure that we're getting read when we show up in somebody's inbox. But we did use them at this time of year to remind our donors to give and to remind them to give on the specific day. Because remember, this is coming at the end of the year, which is already our major fall fund drive time. So we would already be reaching out to our donors at this time, reminding them to make a gift. This way we could remind them, if you haven't made a gift already, please do it, but you can do it electronically on 12/12/12, and that will help Dakin out even more. So on the day of Valley Gives, our Facebook presence was huge. We sent out another e-blast at the end of the day to remind our donors, and then as we went home from the office that day, so we went home from work, a lot of us sat around our Facebook controls and around our Twitter feed and around our computer just watching the total boards. And it was really, we were emailing one another back and forth or texting one another back and forth, hey, did you, time to put another one up, really post how we're doing and let the Dakin Nation on Facebook know, this is what you're making possible. And it was really exciting. It was a lot of fun. We didn't spend a lot of money on our Valley Gives campaign, and that's kind of how we roll anyway on a lot of the things that we do, I have to say. We spent some money on where it counts, on the design and on the video creation, the things that were really going to be the eye-catching piece. But we had a great media presence around this, and we reached out to our supporters. And the point of Valley Gives was to be a social media campaign, and we really embraced that here. And like I said, capitalized on our successes that we'd had in the past with social media campaigns. I think the really cool thing about Valley Gives is it was reaching an audience of philanthropists who maybe never saw themselves as philanthropists, that you're really reaching, in many ways, a younger audience. Although I got to tell you, one of our oldest and most long-term supporters showed up on the donor board at like 11:30 at night on Valley Gives night. And I was like, what is she even doing up? It was so cool. But there were a lot of people who were new donors to Dakin, who had been friends of ours and supporters of ours in many ways over the years, but this really motivated them to give for the first time. And I think I think there are a lot of people who think, well, I don't make a lot of money, or I'm just barely scraping by as it is, and they don't see their capacity to be philanthropic. And because this kind of campaign meets a person where they are, which is, let's face it, on their smartphone device somewhere, that they're able to say, okay, I can get involved in this. This is really easy, and I'm going to make it happen for something I care about.